Firestarr, keeping it smashed.
Wagwan, episode 9.
What's happening?
We're in the building. You alright?
Yeah, good. How is everyone?
Good, mate.
G?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
Man. Yeah, man. I'm good.
What's popping then?
How's the week been?
Busy, man. It's been good.
Yeah,
good.
busy. What you been on?
Just working, really. Managed to get that book out.
So, you put out a book?
Plug the book,
That is
Gavin.
mental.
Man's published and that.
Man's got a book, you know.
Me and the missus put this like a little car buying guide through the business carbuyingguru.co.uk. Click on the shop thing and it's there. I'll put the link in the description if I'm allowed to.
Yeah, come on.
It's the Firestarr and
He
that.
does that. What unnecessary.
No, joke.
Of course.
So
But
is
yeah.
that on Amazon or iBooks?
I'm going to probably put it on Amazon.
Yeah.
But Amazon take a cut of your thing and you got to basically send people this. So I prefer to send them to my website.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's only £3, £3.
Pop that.
You spend the £3, you probably save yourself at least £300
That's mad.
when you're buying the car. So
You need a new whip, Resh.
I actually do. I'm literally was going to say that. I actually need to go buy that.
New
'cause I
whip
do
soon
need to buy a
land.
new car.
well,
Carlisle's back with a... Yeah, anyway.
trust me. But yeah, that's what I've been on, man. Just working. Just busy. Not as exciting as you though, bruv.
Never that.
How was last night?
Yeah, last night was alright. I had Dappy in it. Ipswich. I was telling you about it.
How was it? I don't know. You've not told me.
Performance was sick. Man thought he was at Wireless Festival in a nightclub. So
I love Dappy.
I got to rate that. Like he
He went out all out.
Yeah.
performance was
It's a good performance.
I was showing G like crowd surfing and in a club.
Go Dappy, yes.
I mean,
Comeback, innit?
Probably learning off Tory Lanez, you know them ones.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
So
at
chat
all.
about him.
Tory Lanez learnt off him, mate.
But no, yeah, big up Dappy. That was sick. And last week after we recorded, I was with Scraps.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
That's
that.
big as well.
Good
yeah,
gig?
Yeah. That's it's not as hype performance wise, but specialist people come to see him. They were repping, you know what I mean? Bars on bars and that. And obviously it was just sick to link up after the tour and that. So on that note, club wise, what we got coming?
What's coming up? Yeah.
April. Oh, so I'm in London. That's what I was telling you about. You know, I do that event. I play an event in London for Sorbello.
Yeah, and I'm so gutted. I
And
can't make it.
it's so fucking lit, bro. Like
Who's
daytime,
Sorbello?
it's like a.
Is it a
Did you
brunch?
see- you
It's
need
like
to
a
see the videos
woman.
from
It's
his
like
last one.
I think it's a woman's like. I'm not sure if it 100% is.
Oh, is it I want to say gentleman's club, but
It's not a gentleman's
I
club, man.
swear that's what he said on the
No,
thing.
man.
Okay, fine. It's
It's
not
like
what it is.
a woman's brand and like women's empowerment or something. And
Is
then
that chick
I
or that
think
Instagram chick? What's her name?
they've got a kind of arm of Sorbello, which is Sorb models. So they've got like bare models as well. That obviously come to their events as well.
Your last one looked so good.
Yeah, it was sick.
Yeah.
Like I don't play many like you know what I mean brunches and all
Is
that.
it a daytime thing?
It's pretty much all day, and then like 6 till 10 turns into a party, which I'm
Where is it?
DJing for. So it'll be in London. I'll have the location like on Monday. But the last one was Central London at like a place called the Trading House.
When is it?
It was lit, bro.
24th,
Sunday the
24th.
24th.
Because it's the day that I can't
It's
make
next
it.
Sunday.
Yeah, next Sunday.
Oh really?
Yeah, man. But a proper.
No,
vibes.
Gavin, you can't go if I can't go.
Yeah, okay.
No.
Definite
Yeah, if
FOMO.
you're
This
on
is
that,
just
then-
not fair.
But it's
I
just
might roll down
it's
there,
different. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I can do the
There's a
daytime
lot of
thing.
nice people
I think
dressed up, just enjoying.
I think brunch is a
sipping.
genius for people like me because you can still recover. What was it on a Sunday?
Yeah.
I'll have Sunday night to recover and I'll be alright Monday morning ish.
You say that, but usually people need like 2 days to recover.
Yeah.
More time.
But at least
if
you get that extra half a day if you really are struggling.
But this brunch seems like it goes on like into the evening.
Yeah,
You-
but I'll
yeah,
be
it's on
gone.
till
I'll
about
be
10.
gone before the sun.
You saw it, innit? You saw
Yeah,
the
I
last
saw the
video, it was
videos.
sick. You need to roll, man.
Yeah,
if
I'll
you're on
probably
it, then
will.
just roll with me.
Yeah, I'll probably do that still.
So I'm playing for them, and then just quickly into April, we're patterning up the next turn event off the back of Dappy yesterday in Ipswich. We'll do that, but bank holiday. Obviously, you already know this, but you was away. Bank holiday weekend, CBiz,
Jeez.
SN1,
Yeah,
got
yeah.
Tiny Boost.
I'm actually not here.
That's gonna be
I
lit.
know.
Oh yeah, you're in Dam.
I am in down.
All right, so enough about the plugs. Get the book.
Rush getting them air miles up, boy.
Ducks
You gotta
out.
do what you gotta do. So, you know.
Yeah,
I'm jealous, bro.
we might need a couple permanent
Everyone's invited.
replacements.
Come win.
No, them ones.
Can't get the time off, mate.
All right, so let's jump in. What we saying this week? I know. Yeah.
So last week we talked about Dave's album.
Oh shit.
Since then,
Number 1.
yeah.
Do you know what? I've done it to myself twice, yeah.
What?
I said Stormzy was going to go number 1. You see when Big For Your Boots come out? Was that his lead single? I I said to my boy, Storm, he loves gambling. I said to him, Stormzy's going number 1. You should put a bet down. Because you can bet on anything pretty much.
Yeah.
And I didn't do it. And I said, Saturday, before I come here, Saturday morning, I said to my boys in the group, I said, Dave's going number 1, put a bet down. And I didn't do it. And he done it. But fair play to him. It shows
it's
it's
a hard
just
album
good
as well.
music.
Yeah.
But what do you think about, just on a random one on that note, I think this just came to mind, but like every time someone's popping off new music, do you find that like there's just endless pleas to just go support and stream and buy? Is it like beyond the normal, like just go and copy it, or is it just over promotional? Is it just
I think
how it
because
is? Do you know what I'm talking about though?
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
I think is Dave independent? That's what because I know when you look at the charts, it tells you what label it's come off.
Yeah.
It said Dave World or something like that.
Yeah,
So I want to check that. But I think he's independent. So when I don't even know if it's just independent artists, but you can stream now. It's cheating.
Yeah.
It's like compared to what we're used to, the traditional way of buying music, you can get your fans to get you to number 1. And he was so close to it when the one I saw, the plea that you're talking about, I would have done the same thing.
No, not just him. It's not just him.
No, but it's not just him.
There's people like...
Yeah, of course.
Do you know what I mean?
But speaking about him specifically, at the point where all he needed you to do was buy it or stream it. Why
and if you're
not?
that close to... No one remembers number 2, do they?
Yeah,
You know what
and
I mean?
people
no one
don't-
cares. And I'm
people-
sure it's a massive... I'm sure it's a big
And I think-
financial deal. And
We spoke about the charts the other day, and I
Yeah.
think it's just important for the culture.
yeah, it's more just to be able to say, innit? I'm number
it's
1.
just-
But do you know how
just
many
putting your mark
platforms
down.
there are? There's so many platforms now to promote what you're doing and to ask people to support you.
It's stupid not
That's
to.
why there's like, you feel like there's more of it as well. And why
That's
would you
true.
not use every platform
No,
available?
But
I
think,
would.
I think agreeing with what you're saying, back in the day, you weren't getting that. Like I think there was almost too much pride in music for them to turn around and say,
I'm
"Please
not...
buy my
No,
thing."
don't get it twisted. I'm not saying don't... I'm not... You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I
I'm
know
not
exactly what you're
don't
saying.
Tell people to
Yeah. I
come
know
to
what
my
you're saying.
rave, buy your book, whatever. But yeah, are we?
Yeah, we are.
Is it?
It's different now.
Is it a beggy thing, and that's just the way it is
I don't
coming
think-
across? Like
I don't
it's
think
just.
it
Like,
is.
I don't think
No?
it's big. I think
No.
it's what is been needed because people, and I've been guilty of it. Like people will watch stuff and it could be anything. It could be buying music. It could be anything. Like, I don't watch it anymore, but back in the day, you watch X Factor and you think, oh, that person's got it.
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
If
yeah.
they can go on Instagram,
But if you're
back
not
then,
making the calls to get, basically like.
it's exactly the same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
If you can go on Instagram back then and said, oh, please call, make sure you call.
Yeah. You're gonna be doing.
It's mad. You got like millions of people following you. Use that shit.
You would, yeah.
You built it for a
that's fair
reason.
point.
You ain't built it just to stunt on there and
No.
do you know what I mean? With selfies and
But I
that.
think every time someone releases now, you're gonna get all of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it just.
You got to support the thing though, man.
But you do have to support the team.
But big up Dave, man. It's like, and
Number
because it's
1.
actually good music.
Yeah, it is. It's such a good album. I don't think he got there by fluke and him just saying, "Oh, support me."
No.
No, and the weirdest thing
No,
about
of
that
course
is that's been in the car all week and like different songs, man.
Yeah.
You know, one time I'll be liking one song. Yesterday I was like proper checking for that Environment record.
That's why the album's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Do you think it's the best album yet this year? Although
Yeah.
we're only in March, it's not really.
Yeah, it is.
What album of the year?
Yeah.
So
And,
far.
I think so far, but I know whose
Wait,
year.
wait.
You know
What?
whose year it's gonna be?
Who?
Huss, bro. Huss's year.
When
That's
is
it.
he
I'm
even
saying it.
out?
Like I don't even feel no.
The album's gonna take some beating. Like as a hype wise, he's gonna come out with a gas. Like don't
Yeah,
get
of
me wrong,
course.
it's gonna be mad just because of his story. And I think what's happened to him is gonna kind of help.
It's gonna help everything.
Do you know what I mean? But Stormzy's dropping this year, apparently.
I feel like we haven't heard anything from Stormzy in a while.
Actually, there's a lot of people.
Kano's
We
gonna
went
drop.
Kano
Kano's
as
gonna
well.
drop this year.
I'm excited about Kano.
But Kano ain't gonna.
Rex might drop this year.
Is Kano gonna? It's not. Is it gonna be a number 1 album? It's gonna be for the. It's
But, all right, so what
for
we
the
talking?
culture.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I
What we
mean, for the
talking?
heart.
Exactly. But the thing is, Dave is actually good music,
Yeah.
and it got to number 1.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? I think he's gonna take some beating,
Commercially
but it's gonna be
accessible
good to
Dave.
watch it.
that's him.
That's such a weird.
I don't even know if he is like.
thing
That's
to
the
brand
thing.
him
Is he
with.
commercial though?
Yeah, he's getting more commercial.
I think so. I think
With the
everyone
with
likes
that age
listening
group.
to him.
Yeah, he is
Popular. He's popular because he's
music.
good, but
But
he's
then
not. He
other
ain't.
music,
He ain't
popular
diluted.
music.
He ain't like. I don't know. When I hear the word commercial, I think of the artists back in the day that used to dilute their shit to get to number 1 because they had to.
Hmm.
Whereas Dave's just raw, bro. Dave's
Yeah.
Dave's talking some shit on his album.
But I
bro.
think even now that's what I mean when we use the word commercial or pop, we're literally talking about
Just popular.
urban
Yeah,
music because
yeah.
it is us
It's just
that run.
yeah.
fucking-
It's the
We
music.
are
It's the industry.
scene, like, yeah.
But yeah, man. Big him up.
All right.
It's going to be interesting, actually. You make a good point. See if J Hus can.
I think Huss, man.
That's going to be a good debate when that comes out. Which album's going to be better out of the two?
We want
What
to talk
else has
about.
been on the news? Come on.
Obviously, that shit in New Zealand, man.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw the video yesterday. That's what I was telling.
What
telling
video?
Rush.
Yeah,
actual
He
video, the
streamed
body
the
cam.
thing, bruv.
I can't watch that shit.
I don't know if I'd want to watch that, if I'm honest.
I
I
couldn't
didn't.
watch that
Yeah, when I say I watched it, I mean, skimmed through
Yeah.
it.
I know people
Just
that did, but I personally, like, I can't take stuff like that in.
Literally, shit looked like something out of fucking GoldenEye or fucking
Call of Duty or some shit.
Bruv, what is that? Is that what's going on? Like,
Yeah.
But it is. That is the world we live in today. That is what's happening.
I think it's the world we lived in forever, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I think.
No,
Yeah,
but I mean,
that's-
as in
yeah.
the whole live stream, you've got this
Oh,
stuff.
yeah,
everyone's
yeah,
like-
exactly. It's
You
normal,
knew
like-
what was going to happen. You think no one was at
No
some
one's
point someone wasn't
gonna
going to
use
do
it.
that.
To,
Yeah.
That's very true.
It's fucked.
And then you sent the article on the Daily Mail that they
Yeah.
put up about it, which was biased.
The
yeah.
headline.
Same shit, different day from them, like, innit?
Yeah.
How do
Normal.
they get away with putting it in those words though? How they put it was just ridiculous.
Because their audience, the audience that will allow that, because they can, because it's just mad. Right, the main thing was that they tried to normalize this guy.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? They tried to. Did you see what they did with that kid that, in the week? I can't remember his name. That's really rubbish of me. But there's that guy that's basically trying to work with JD to stop knife crime, and he's collecting knife crimes. He's collecting knives.
Was he on Good Morning Britain or something?
Yeah.
I didn't. Yeah, I saw something about
So
that.
they put a headline out which tried was
To
quite
get him-
deceiving to make it look bad, and he's actually doing good.
What?
Who did
No, I
that?
did see that,
Holding
actually.
2 big knives and all the rest of it. Like, tried to obviously make their audience think this is just another black thug that's just trying to kill people. And then you got this guy that actually went and killed people. Apparently, it's more than just what they reported as well.
Yeah.
Someone that was there said that there's more than 50 people, whatever was recorded.
Right.
And they had
they're still finding out who. They don't even know everyone who's died yet. They're still finding
That's what I'm
more
saying,
names.
exactly.
More people, yeah.
But they used a baby picture of him and his dad.
Yeah.
And a picture of him just like looked like we was on holiday or whatever, just chilling and that. It's like, it's
And the
fucked.
headline was like, "Innocent boy."
How did the
From-
innocent
Blonde.
blonde
yeah,
boy?
Charlie had
Yeah.
innocent boy.
Bro,
And it's
Are we even? We're not surprised though, are we? Like,
We're
let's
not,
be
no.
honest. And I think
I'm
like,
surprised people are surprised. I'm surprised people get outraged.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Like,
That's my surprise.
yeah, but you were outraged.
I weren't outraged.
No, but we talked.
I just showed it like from
Okay,
when,
oh, you
when
were
I'm
just saying it,
yeah, and
another
obviously exactly. It was just one of them. Like, look at this. It's,
Yeah.
it's funny. To
Nothing's
me,
gonna change.
almost, like.
That's not gonna change.
It's just how it is, and I think that these people that do this shit and people that read the paper, like, they're dying breed.
Until they
Yeah,
kind of just
yeah.
We need to realize that.
are done, then they'll.
And even I don't know how. I don't have the answers, but they need to be muted in a way. We can't really. I don't know.
It's what we said last time. Stop giving them attention on
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You know, I like to think that the public, also people, are smart enough to know that's come
think
on,
so.
and not be like swayed by.
It's
that.
not even that. I think you are right. But I think the majority of people that aren't, they don't think like that. More people are probably outraged by, and they're looking at it like, right, that is actually fucked up.
It's mad.
When you point it out, then it is actually fucked up. It's I think them things do need to be put forward. Whereas we were talking about I think it was about the cadet thing where you're just blatantly taking a piss.
Yeah.
Whereas this is when we're talking about
This
because,
is- yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't know about the Asian community because I think it's slightly different, but it's hard to explain how it's different for black people to move and how you maneuver and how you're seen in this world. The simple things that media put out there. Like I said, the 2 examples, this black kid's trying to do right. He's trying to stop teenagers killing each other.
Yeah.
But the media will put this image out, and you got people like in fucking different parts of the country that they're not around black people.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So all they see is
And that sticks. Basically, that's
their image.
That can take you fucking 10 steps back.
But I
not
feel
even
like,
10 steps back. That's just all they're fed.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Like-
don't you feel like it's the same thing that's happening here as well?
What do you mean?
In a way, the media will try and portray that even though he was the terrorist and he got radicalized in this situation, they won't put it across like that.
No, exactly. That's what I'm
When
saying.
it's the other way round.
Yeah. So
then it's
what's
all
happening
about,
now
like,
is that there's going to be people in this country that you would meet them and you might say that you're Muslim and they'll think you're a terrorist simply because of what they've seen in the newspaper and because of what they've
Yeah.
seen on the news and all the rest of it. And that's what happens with various different, like you're not Muslim. But there's gonna be someone that will see you, like, say you actually manage to grow a beard and that.
Shit.
And
What a prick.
I'm joking.
What are you laughing for? Hey, what? Hey.
I'm joking. But imagine, like, no, seriously. Imagine you got some facial hair and you walk down the road how you are now, with your backpack ready to go to a dance. They might actually think you're a terrorist because you have the same skin complexion as the people that they put on these newspapers and call terrorists, and it's just mad. Like, you're not even that religion that they're trying to. Do you know what I mean?
But even people who are that religion, looking with a beard with a backpack, that ain't necessarily true about.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a stereotype.
And whether it's the black, I think minorities, whether it's the black community,
it's all of us.
Even Indians, whatever.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Only you lot can tell me what the difference.
Yeah,
but I can pull that out of the sky just by.
I'm sure the way we've all grown up feeling like a minority.
Of course. Outcast and all the rest of it.
Yeah, and like from an Indian perspective, like, I think Indians, whether you're Pakistani, Bangladeshi, whatever, Indian, we're all classed as one.
Yeah.
Asians.
Yeah.
Mate, like, how many times have you heard story when the 9/11 stuff happened and people were getting Bin Laden's like turban like mixed up with like Sikhism and Sikhs get it all the time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so there's all these people.
But there'll always be
educated
ignorant people in the world.
Yeah, 100%.
That is the thing. And as
I
much as
think
you want to try and educate them.
Yeah, but I think they, in this day and age, I had this debate, like, not even debate, I had this conversation with my sister and my brother-in-law. People you buy into what the media feeds you. You don't come off your TV or off your Instagram feed or the rest of it and try and find out information and try and put a story together yourself. Do you get what I'm saying?
More people need to do that.
And they'll read a headline and look at a picture and that's it. That's their research. Do you see what I'm saying? When you actually read an article properly, you'll realise where the bullshit is.
Or read more than one article. I think it's so important to read more than one article just to get a different perspective.
And the same device you're using to talk shit is the same device that you could use to actually find out what the truth is.
But unfortunately, people are so fucking quick that people want shit quick and they want it bite-sized. So the headlines, literally, I've read the headlines, so I know everything that the story is going to say. Yeah. They don't really want to, a lot of people don't really want to read into shit too tough. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And on a random one, when was the last time that you were fucking in a situation when directly, because I was thinking about this the other day, like, no one's been like racist to me, to my face for time, bro. Like, I've not experienced nothing like.
Do you know what? I said this to someone the other day.
I was thinking about it, like,
I don't think I've ever faced racism because I've lived in a very multicultural area for my whole life, and even when I moved away from home, I was in a multicultural area. I've never.
Gavin's probably got a story from like 2 hours ago when he went to the Shell garage or something like that.
Yeah.
No, bro, it's mad. And this is the thing, yeah. I get it all the time. I honestly get it all the time. In
what sense, though? What you're picking up on a vibe?
It depends on what. Yeah, it's very much vibe. It depends on. There's levels to racism, to the point I don't even like using the word racism anymore. If I'm honest with you, because we've like, especially the black community, I think we waste the word racism because I'm more people that are more racist to me. Someone come up to me and call me a black this, that, and the third. I would say you're just ignorant.
Yeah.
Because to me, racism is things like when I worked before I started my own business. Yeah. What job I worked in, blatant racism.
Yeah.
And no one called me a black whatever to my face.
But there was
blatant racism. Yeah. Bro, I was one of the better ones at my job. A man were cutting through and being promoted above me.
Yeah.
Because my face didn't. Why did you think I cut out? Like, I'm making decent money.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I had to cut out because you have to move because it's blatant. Your face don't fit. That's what I call like real racism. Like, you don't have to call me a black this, a black that. Post something.
Yeah. Or some wild shit on a train. You know, you get these wild clips, and you get these clips on like the buses, and I ain't seen none of that shit.
I saw one of them recently. Someone sent me one where this black guy on a train recorded someone being really racist to him. Yeah,
them things there, like that's not happened to me in time.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But it's a sly one, like, and I don't even know. I don't know what the term is. Racism is a mad one, but even where I live now, they're not used to having black people around. Yeah. So my mum bought a flat to rent out. And my friend's mum, who's a white lady, decorated the flat.
Yeah.
But I've been going there. I've been going there on a normal one beforehand. Like, this is a couple of years ago now. Hooded up, dressed normal, like Saturday, just come out of my house, running to run an errand and that. In and out. All white people live in this block.
They call the police.
No, well, I'm not even sure if they might have thought about it. No, seriously.
That's a bit extreme if that did happen.
Bro, I wouldn't be surprised.
That's
But
what I'm saying,
I'm in and out, and no one ain't said nothing to me. So then this woman comes in and she's decorated the flat and all the rest of it. And then she's out there chatting to the neighbours, all laughing and joking, all the rest of it and that. So I've come out and I said, that's my friend's mum. I said to her, it's funny how they chat to her, innit? And she was like, oh, let me guess, Gavin, it's because you're black. That's how she tried. But I'm like, what I said to her was, I can't turn around and say there's a rave. Let's imagine it was back in the day Eskimo and I said to Resh, you should roll. Yeah. And she's like, nah, I don't want to go there. And she's like, I'm like, why? Like, it's cool. Everyone's cool there. I'm all right. Or even if it was just going to somewhere where there's a lot of dudes. As a woman walking, I can't tell her that there's no problem because I ain't a woman. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But people will question you as a black man to be like, oh, what's your problem? Like, you can't pick up the same vibe as me because as a woman, I imagine walking into a room full of guys, you'll get looks. You might not. No one might come up to you and like try and touch you or anything like that. But you'll just get a vibe just by looking. You don't even have to step in. You know what it's like when a pretty girl comes into a room. You just pick it up straight away.
Not even on the girl vibe of going to that sort of dance, but it's about the cliche thing. Like, if you experience different cultures, you just get a fucking better understanding of people. Period. You know what I mean?
People, but the mad thing is that a lot of people that like, this country is so big and there's so many people. Bro, when I first went to Derby, I went there early. So I was there before you lot came in for freshers. So I was there about 2 weeks earlier. And I was walking around Derby and people were staring at me, bro. And I was like paranoid. And I was seeing this girl at the time. I was on the phone to him like, she's obviously from London. I'm in this city and people are staring at me like I'm walking down the road. She's like, you're being paranoid, whatever. You're being paranoid. But I'm like, listen.
You can feel the vibe.
I'm like, listen, it's weird out here. Like, people are staring. They ain't used to having black people around there. She goes, I just remember, word for word, you're being paranoid. I was like, all right, cool. A couple of weeks later, she come to see me. Walk to the shops.
Same thing.
She goes, rah, Gavin, you're right. They're actually just staring at you. Because now it's not just one black guy. It's actually a couple. Like,
it's mental.
Bro, and it's just you, but no one ain't thrown nothing at me. No one ain't like been direct. It's weird. It's subtle racism. And it's institutional racism. But the one thing I'll say about the Asian community that I spot, you lot move smarter in this country because you lot will build your own shit. That's why I started my own company.
Yeah, but again, like, not going over it, but I'm Indian. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Asian word is not. It's not something as an overview that
as someone that's I get where you're coming from. I have enough.
Very different.
I have Sikh friends. I have Hindu friends. I have Muslim. I know not to wish you happy Eid and you know what I mean. I'm not stupid. But I'll say all the religions put into one. And when I say Asian, I include Chinese people as well. Yeah.
Man gets mistaken for a Chinese brother all the time. I
can see that still. I can see why, bro. No, but if you
lot are taking a piss today, you know.
You lot have your own communities and you lot build your own infrastructures. You get me? There'll be families that you ain't got to worry about having to go and deal with the bullshit I've had to deal with. Because I don't know why, but you lot come over and set up differently to how Caribbeans.
That's all experience, isn't it? Every time you just know that people like Indians or Asians went over to Africa and that's how they had to do it, and then they come over here and they use that same concept and you build it differently. Whereas my parents come from Jamaica and come here. Yeah. So they're like literally, they call it I'm first generation. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I'm the first ones to be here and be like, all right, cool. I seen what you fuckers did to my mum, and that's the mad thing. People, I remember, you probably won't remember, but I had them t-shirts. I'm a black gem.
I do remember.
And that was seen as like offensive. So you got the whole Dave, and it's mad. I was thinking about this the other day when people were talking about the Dave song and how that's offensive. It's like,
it's not offensive. It's just
people get offended by it because you want to be.
We've seen that argument.
Just what I'm saying. It's dumb.
Like, who's getting offended?
You know, you had the tune Black.
Yeah, but who's getting offended?
Yeah, it's called Black. No, bro, listen.
Black people getting offended?
No.
Black people getting offended?
Because white people are saying, how can you not say that?
How can he be saying the things that he's saying and red?
How can you talk? They're basically asking, how can you talk positively about black people? That's racist. Like, what? And remember, we done that dance in Sin, and I had the t-shirt on, and she was already paranoid. The manager was already thinking we were gonna and that's the type of racism I'm talking about. black and this Asian kids. They're only in their 20s, whatever age we was. They want to put on a rave. I don't know who these people are. We had friggin' Princess Nai on the flyer, and she thought it was gonna be like World War III kicking off in her club. Then I've rolled in there with a t-shirt saying I'm a black gem. It was mad.
That just like
I don't know what they thought was.
That's what I'm saying. And the maddest thing was we're both ex-uni students of the uni that you're trying to draw students. Like, it's just, what are you thinking? But that's what we got to deal with. That is the reality of what you got to deal with. But what I'm saying is that we as a people, I don't know, we just need to move differently. And when you're the first generation, you need to set up the infrastructures that Indian and Muslim and Chinese, Indian, Pakistani, and Chinese, Japanese, whatever different Asian cultures have set up in this country. Even the Polish have done it now.
Yeah. 100%.
They're coming here and they've got supermarkets and shit. And do you know what I mean? Your son can then don't have to deal with no one that don't like Eastern Europeans. Yeah. Because he can go and work for dad. We come here as Caribbean. I'm not African in it. But I can say Jamaicans come here to work. Like, that Windrush shit is real. We come here with the lie that you will be able to make all this money working for us. We built the fucking country after the war, and now they're trying to fuck people back off to Jamaica at like 90. Bro, it's mad.
Crazy.
That's racism, bro.
But that's because I think there's a generation still who are from that mindset from back then.
Yeah, and they're dying.
Yeah, I was going to say it's going to go soon, and it's going to become smaller and smaller. It won't go away completely, but I think it'll go smaller.
It'll get smaller and smaller because their granddaughters are, like I said a couple of weeks, they're watching Unknown T saying bend your back and dig it, and I fucking love it. I fucking love it, bro. I swear to God.
Well, yeah. So like, just full circle, that fucking shooting shit was a madness. Yeah.
Just don't be ignorant in it. You see stuff like that.
Oh,
just
and
really
you see the
understand what's going
thing
on.
I put in the group, the fucking release from the New Zealand Senate or whatever.
Oh, what was that?
Basically, pretty much saying that
it's wrong what he did, but he had the reasons. Basically,
he pretty much said that like it was. Yeah. That's what he said.
Pretty much.
Sorry, yeah. Pretty much was saying, do you know what I mean? Like,
and it weren't even an issue.
He done what he done.
It weren't even. I'm sure I didn't even read it properly, but it weren't even an issue with Muslims. Sorry, with terrorists. It was an issue with Muslims.
It was an issue with like too many immigrants in New Zealand.
But then that's no excuse, and why is no one acknowledging that's not an excuse? Obviously,
I just when people are fucking
it's different.
Power
it's different
and position,
in certain countries.
Say dumb shit. I mean, like
in certain countries, straight up and down. In certain countries, it's different when white people do certain things. That's the reality of it, because you can get like last week's conversation. There's certain white people doing fuck shit with kids, then they're not getting the same sort of treatment with the media. It's just how it is. It's the world we live in. So
that's what I said. Yeah,
the people we went to school with that are white. We need to educate them, and obviously educate our kids. And
it's not even them. It's anyone around you, anyone you're socializing with.
I think there's a certain generation you can't change. I honestly believe, like, I might be wrong, but I think there's a certain generation that was gone.
That's a generation, but you're socializing. Just say you're socializing with non-colored people, like white people. But surely you can talk to them about it, and they're not part of that generation who are gonna not acknowledge this. Some people,
but some of them are so like they remember you're a product of your environment. So some people they don't understand that we are all human beings at the end of the day. They think because you're black, you're this, and because you're Asian, you're that. Yeah. They actually believe that. They actually believe that because you're a Muslim, you must be a terrorist. Like, they believe that. It's mad, and it's all because of the media, because of TV. Like, bruv, think about it. That's all. If the only interaction you ever had with black people before you went to Derby Uni was fucking seeing people on EastEnders.
Yeah.
Bro, it's true though. Think about it. You had the.
Who did we have? Winston.
You had a doctor. You had a doctor that was fucking.
Winston, was he a character?
Don't hate on Winston.
You had the doctor that was fucking his girls. What was it? Dr. Truman. Then you fucked his girl's daughter.
Truman, Patrick.
Yes,
Patrick.
Patrick was a wild one. No, but it's true though, bro. That's what we grew up on. That's what. Yeah, you might not even slightly even if you think about the Muslim family that was on there.
Oh yeah, they had it. And they were Indian actors as well.
That's what I'm saying. You had the gay Muslim guy and all the rest of it. Like them things, it's mad. It is mad. But you I don't know. You have to bloody, I don't know. You just have to like you said, teach the people that are around you.
And if you can fucking travel, I beg you people, like, bro, try and travel as much as you can.
Bro, that's an amazing point. You have to travel.
That is, I mean, but not
and
everyone.
You have to leave. You don't even have to go that far. Like, leave your fucking postcode.
Leave your
postcode.
Yeah.
That goes for every. I think that goes for every race, creed, and color. Like, because don't get it twisted. There's black people that don't really understand what's going on outside the black community as well, and they don't understand what racism is, and they don't understand that there is opportunity. There are people that will help people do certain things, but they get stuck on a certain.
But do you know, just going back to what you were saying when you went to Derby and you said you were walking through town and you just felt that people were looking.
No, I blatantly saw them. You weren't even.
Rush don't get them looks because I mean they're more looking at us for something else. You know, we get them looks like, what the fuck's going on? What's that brown boy doing?
I could be like walking down and them like, what is this brown girl doing here? We never seen brown people, but
and then it'll be, can I buy you a drink? You know what?
Go on, Rush. What you say?
Do you want to finish? I'll let you finish.
Go on. No, I'm done.
What's more annoying to me is, this is what's annoying, if I walked through a predominantly black area, would I get looked at as in,
I don't know.
Who is she? Because I think there's some Asian areas, and this is very annoying, where if you were black and you walked through, people would stare. And Asian people ain't got no problem staring at you in your face. They will look at you.
But this is a mad thing. Like I said, it's not just white demographics that have that are fed into these same stereotypes, and like it's all of us. Just leave your fucking postcode. That's what I'm saying. I've been in Asian 100%. Communities that they blatantly don't leave their area. Yeah. They don't leave their family and cousins, and but it's ignorance. But luckily we went to, or I grew up in,
honestly, like that like leaving your traveling and leaving your postcode is one thing, and like
just use the M1, man.
Just
fuck.
You know the way you're saying how we were in a situation like in Derby, or generally maybe in life now as well, that it's very multicultural, the things that you're involved in, things that I'm involved in. And I just remember from an early age, like doing the music thing, from before I could even legally be in a club, I was in a club, and I was in a predominantly hard black bashment club from early. I feel no type of way walking into like any kind of, not that anyone should, but any kind of bashment Afrobeats event, because I've grown up on being so comfortable. I remember playing events for cash. I remember playing in Leicester for like the biggest parties that were held there at Zanzibar, like Roadblock and Block Party and all these ones.
Right,
where I'm the only, it was me, like that's where I met Seth.
Okay.
That's why we brought him to Dubs. But I was the only brown brother coming into the dance, but comfortable. Yeah. Okay, at first people are looking like there might be an odd like white person in there.
Yeah.
And a brown person. But as soon as you're calm and you can interact with people, and it's not an intimidating...
Because you understand it.
Now, if you take somebody who's never been in that situation, and then you have a conversation with them after, like I might take person X when we sit in the car, how was it? Oh yeah, I felt a bit... Well, no, it's cool. You're not comfortable. You know what I mean? You don't have any understanding of
but did you never feel that? Maybe you did, but you were okay with it and you just got over it and you're like, whatever, they're gonna get over it. I'm here. I'm doing my thing.
But what do you think's gonna happen? I genuinely think my question is, what do you think's gonna happen? That's what I don't get, because like you go, and we'll come on to it with that whole that concert we're gonna talk about. But I've been in clubs and stuff like no one's ever moved to me like they want to for no reason. Yeah. It don't happen. Yeah. In my opinion, like something you gotta know how to. It's like people will say don't go Jamaica, because this, that, and that will happen to you in Jamaica. But my thing is, well,
because you're from here.
Like if you're not Jamaican, or if you're not even if you're not black, because they'll look at me and call me English in Jamaica. Yeah. But if you're not Jamaican, don't go down this road, and don't go down don't go Jamaica at all. If you go there, don't leave the hotel area.
Stay in the resort.
Stay in the resort. And now the friggin' the people that who ain't Jamaican that run these holiday, what are they called? Fucking the tour guides or whatever, holiday reps. They'll tell you not to leave a certain area and all the rest of it. Yeah. Because something will happen to you. It's like, you're fucking stupid. Yeah. Because, right, yes, if you walk down a certain place in a certain road in Jamaica, you're fucked. But if you go to London, best know you're not walking certain areas either. And that's where the Queen lives, funny enough. Do you know what I mean? So what we say there, like, it's just how the world works. Do you see what I'm saying? Because people don't realise that places like Jamaica are dependent on tourism. Yeah, 100%. So if you fuck with tourists, you're fucked. Like, they will fuck. When I went out there a couple of years ago, they had people called the tourist police. They were police just for tourists. Like, they were there just to look after the tourists. They had a different uniform and everything. But
just to stop fuckery so that the money keeps rolling.
Keeps rolling in. It's a third world country. People don't realise that. But I don't know. You just gotta be sensible.
My biggest thought about all of that shit was, if you wanna fucking do killings, then you belong on a fucking war zone where somebody else is fighting with you. Don't be coming into fucking civilian areas doing
apparently
this bullshit. If you want to play football on a fucking football field. Do you know what I mean? Like,
apparently he's a neo-Nazi and all sorts, bro. He's one of them proper fucked up guys. It's mad.
I think like you're gonna see this, like, the classic fucking thing. This is the era we live in. You're gonna be seeing.
I think it's just basically acknowledging that this happens on both sides and having that same outlook and the same energy as if it was happening on the other side.
Both sides. It's going to happen on every side. It's just going to become...
It's just people are people. Humans are humans. And there's some savage people.
People do fuck shit.
Yeah,
people view it in different ways. That energy isn't the same. If it was a Muslim person doing it on, let's say, like white people, it would have a different outlook on it. And now it's this.
Yeah, it would have different coverage.
Yeah.
Same action.
Like
this is kind of going to get brushed under the carpet in comparison. I guarantee if that was a Muslim guy that went and done some fuckeries in a church,
the next 10 or so.
Bro, it's mad. But
anyway,